Welcome back, everybody. We're here in Rift once again, and I decided to see if I could get further into this zone. From what I read elsewhere, if you get through this zone, you get enough equipment that should be able to be enough for you to get through the expansion ahead of time. So I'm hoping that we can potentially get through this zone, and then we'll be able to hit up the expansion right afterwards. So we'll see how it goes for us, I guess. I killed one of these guys before, and it seems like I can at least hold down against them, so I'm going to hopefully be able to do that. They are a bit strong, but I seem to still be holding enough damage to beat them, so at least with that in mind, we should be able to at least get through this first quest without much trouble. Which is just to kill these guys, destroy some cannons, and I guess find or capture something. So we'll go ahead and continue on with this. But yeah, if we have to, I guess we can go back to relying on our little trick, I guess. I'm kind of annoyed that I have to. But I honestly have not found too much in regards to... I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but there's not a whole lot in regards to the rest of the game at this point online. Most of the guides have you going through, like, the instant adventure type of things, I think. Because it seems like notoriety with two particular groups is important with the last expansion. But most actually have you, like, essentially go to a spot in particular ahead of time instead of going through this area. I guess this area is not a common area that's gone through anymore, but, oh, we found the cannon at least. There are quite a few enemies all around here, though. That's the only bad thing. It actually seems like they don't hit very hard, though, so I guess that helps us out. We have to clear out everybody that's around these cannons for all three of them, which is kind of sucky, but, you know, we'll be able to do it, I think. I don't know, these guys don't attack very hard, but they do have a lot of HP, unfortunately. Go and destroy this. There we go. So it seems like right as we get into this area, it's kind of like immediately we're being attacked. But so far this doesn't seem as bad as it was before. I guess it's assumably because they expect you to fight multiple enemies at once, so the enemies aren't that bad. That would be my assumption. I'll also be curious to see how much experience we get through this area. We're getting up towards our first segment filled, but we're almost done with the animal. We're almost done with the animal fights we have to do, so if we could just find one more on its own somewhere, we could presumably be done with that at least. We're about to have our second cannon done as well. But yeah, I just finished up the Endwalker expansion for Final Fantasy not too long ago, so I am kind of like in between things, and definitely felt like it'd probably be time to go back to Rift a bit. Trying to see if I can just kind of inch my way over here and not set off the enemy. Oh, they didn't set off the other one, huh? I thought for sure that second one was gonna be aggroed. So I think at the first time they were that close and they were aggroed, but you know what, I'll take it. It looks like a rift is forming here soon too. Minor rift. If I could just sneak over here and grab this without aggroing them, that'd be perfect. There we go. So the cannons are done. We do need to find... Well, actually, there's one down here that's by itself. I guess technically in that case we don't have to, like, worry about finding one that's attached to another enemy. But yeah, all we have to do is find the Portalem suppressor now, and I think we should have access to it. So I assume at the moment we don't, but... Those cannons actually come back pretty fast. But yeah, I am hoping we'll get equipment soon. Probably won't get a chest piece anytime soon, but I'm sure we'll probably get like gauntlets or a helmet or something off the bat. After this, we just have to find the suppressor, which I'm assuming is gonna be a lot easier to find once we have the big circle out of the way. Yeah, there we go. There seems to be something up this way, though. I do like the fact that we have, like, a super jump now. Ooh.
I humbly ask for your help.
Ah, Ascended, look upon the steps. Do you see those large indentations upon the ground? They look like footprints, do they not? That is because they are footprints. Prints left by the passing of the Cosmic Rhino. Each print has a rune that was left behind, a symbol granting greater understanding of the cosmos. I have spent my life studying these runes, and I have only begun to grasp their meaning. I would encourage you to study and memorize these runes yourself and gain what wisdom they may.
Best of luck.
It does kind of look like a footprint, doesn't it? Hmm. Thought something was about to happen, but I guess not. Oh. Gotta be a little bit more careful with where I'm going. I need to watch my back. I guess I'm aggroing this other guy. He actually has a pretty good range attack, because that was doing quite a bit of damage to me. Alright, let's grab this suppressor. There we go. And then the footprints over this way. The third footprint, okay. I was gonna say too, this is a fairly large area, I have to say. So it looks like we're gonna be here for a while. It's almost like a mini expansion on itself, honestly. This is definitely some ways away, though. Oh, hi there. And then there's a fourth one around somewhere. I wonder how many footprints are around at all. Apparently as much as 5. So assuming there's probably gonna be a 6, as they seem to always be in seem to be right next to each other. Enemy right there. Looks like that's going to cause me to have a carnage quest, though, unfortunately. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the enemies are too difficult here, at least. I don't know why the intro quest to get here was so ridiculously powerful. Okay, we finished that with the 5th footprint. Okay. Walk through the footsteps of a divine being. It makes you consider how small that we all really in the cosmos. Since we're here, we may as well try and kill as many of these as we can for the carnage quest, I guess. So it looks like we'll get at least half of them here. I think there was more in another footprint before we got here, so shouldn't really have too much trouble getting this. But I figure we probably gain at least maybe 1 level out of this and all. If we're lucky. I don't think we'll get multiple levels, but maybe we'll get 1 level before we're done with this Yeah, they're all over the place here. Might be able to find all 8 here. So by the time we've killed like 6 of them, they might start respawning anyway, so... I do have to wonder, in 2022, how many people are still doing playthroughs of Rift, I have to wonder. Probably not a lot. We do have those Sky Hunters over there, but I'm not interested in getting any, I guess. Oh, we do have our last 2 here that we can get. Okay. So that definitely helps out. It is gonna be weird one day when I finally am just done playing this. I've gotten through everything that I do want to get through. Part of me is sort of anxious though, because I could see them closing this game down at any point, to be honest. Thankfully, I'm not super far away from a complete playthrough of this. If they decide to close it down tomorrow, then I'd probably still be able to get through this expansion in time. Because normally they take a couple months before they actually sunset things. But yeah, it would kind of suck, to be honest, because Rift is, well, it's not my first MMO, it's fairly close to being my first one. I think it may have been like I think RuneScape, and then Raw Online, Endless Online, and then I think Rift may have been like 4th in line there, so it's pretty far back for me. Like, I think I probably would just call it my first modern MMO, I think. Because at the time, those first 3 I mentioned were not modern styled at all. RuneScape kind of is now, I think, but Grawl and Endless are barely alive themselves. They took off a lot of HP just for me going by. Sheesh. But this first quest is thankfully completed. I'm assuming I'm just kind of using this here. There we go.
What will we discover today?
My father disappeared after entering the plain-touched wilds in the company of Tam Daggerborn and a platoon of Imperial Alliance soldiers. I had hoped to take the lead in finding them, but it looks like I'll have my hands full pushing back the Bok. The savages aren't settled here, so I'm certain our people ventured deeper into the wilds. Beyond the Bok are feral sky hunters, which sadly killed the scouts we sent beyond the front line. It was reported the sky hunters dragged the corpses off with them. It's grim, but if the beasts also killed any of my father's soldiers, we might be able to find some sign of them in the lair.
There is something oddly perfect about the day.
So let's go ahead and make our way back towards the Sky Hunters, which were actually the ones I was just thinking about doing the Carnage quest on next. So it actually works out pretty perfectly that they want us to go find them. I'm surprised I didn't set off an enemy there. Oh, here we go. Oh, they're a little bit more powerful than I was expecting here. I think we'll still be able to do it. We'll just have to, 'cause they're taking off quite a bit of my Razor Beast health, so... I don't need anything from that. Okay, so we have to use it on a Sky Hunter that's not in combat. How close do I have to be? Just go and use my sprint while I can. I think my Razor Beast just got into a fight, but I'm not interested at the moment. Oh, we found the cave. Okay. Well, first I want to kill the Sky Hunters out here, to be honest. Which they seem to have given us 8 to kill, so it's going to be a little bit of time. Yeah, this zone looks kind of like a savanna type of zone, perhaps. I do see the Sky Hunters like chasing around the NPC sheeps, which is kind of a nice little touch, I guess. Just to see a little bit of interaction like that. I just keep on forgetting about my planar conservation, which honestly I don't think I really need, but I guess it's worth having a buff for it. I don't know. Any buff is worth having, I guess. Oh, what the heck is that? It's an elite running around. I did not see him before. He must have just popped up. Oh, I don't need to hit that either, because that's an elite as well. I'm glad my shots didn't go off when I was trying to click the button. Let me see here. Okay, that wasn't the one I was going for, but I guess we can go for that one, huh? But yeah, it is kind of the thing where it's like, do I bother with Carnage Quest or not? But through these last 2 expansions, they've no doubt helped me gap that little bit of edge in the experience to be able to do what I need to. So I'm very much like, yeah, I guess I'll suffer through them. Yeah, I already have quite a few games I plan to play through for 2020. I'm actually making like a little list to actually see as time goes on how many games I can finish. Obviously, like, majority of them probably aren't going to be recorded, but I am kind of curious to see how many games I can get through in a year. And honestly, if I can get through the last expansion this year, then I'll add Rift to that list, because at that point I'll actually be done. I know I said that I'd do a Guardian playthrough, but that wouldn't technically be doing anything new with the game. It'd be essentially just retreading most of the zones I've already been through, but... So I would more or less be done with it once I'm done with this last expansion, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to make another expansion. I think it's fairly safe to say that what we have is probably going to be the majority of what we have. Oh no, that's kind of bad. Okay, thankfully they didn't aggro the one that was up there chasing the sheep. I guess technically I had aggro on the sheep, so it didn't count against me. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what's going to happen when we get into the Sky Hunter lair, though. Is it going to be essentially like a boss in there? Because we'll be going into an instance, it looks like, so we may have like a boss. Just need one more Sky Hunter around. Unfortunately, that elite's always hanging around that one, so I don't want to go for it. Okay, so this other elite here seems to kind of loop around the entire area. That's curious. It looks like that rift finally opened up and it was a water one. But yeah, it's a little bit... Okay, we found one. Okay, we'll grab it. And finally done with that. So let's go ahead and go up here to the lair. Wow, it's almost been a half hour since I've started too. Wow. Those card quests really do take quite a while, unfortunately. Okay, maybe it's not an instance. I thought it was going to be. Because the icon kind of looked like a door or something like that. Oh, there was plenty of them in here. That's kind of unfortunate. If I'd known that, I wouldn't have wasted the time out there. These ones seem a little weaker, I think, though. At least that's what I think. Not sure exactly where we're heading in here, but it looks like we're towards the circle this way. Oh, yep, there's things in here. Plenty of things. But yeah, these ones definitely do seem weaker than the ones outside. I guess maybe they're like younger ones or something. I don't know. Bloodstained journal. Skull? Gouge shield. Torn scroll, maybe? Not stored. Okay, so it's not any of these so far. Have to kill some more of these guys. Animal skull? That's a new one, I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything for us. Got a pile of bones. Splintered bucket? That's a new one. Ah, Jago, since Ron has been looking for water, you better be able to find your way back to the camp next time. I sure ain't tracking your sorry self again. Since you owe me money, I drew you a map and stuck on the bucket. Start to get paid when we make it out of this hellhole. And watch out for those sky hunters. Okay, I'm assuming we're leaving this area, so we need to make our way out. Oh, I see something down here. We don't find many artifacts anymore, do we? They seem to be a lot better hidden than they once were. And they're not just all over the place. Yeah, I don't feel like fighting the moths at the moment. They're not even, like, aggressive, so... There's not a huge bunch of them around, so I don't know if I could easily get 8 of them. What's going on here? Looks like shades living out some sort of past event, perhaps. That's what I would assume. A shepherd. Pretty far out here, though, I'd say. I don't know, the zone seems to be pretty rough when it tries to load up, though. Oh, we found like a new stretched out area down here. Oh, I don't think I meant to do that. Greetings, traveler. Do you have time to speak about the Cosmic Rhino? Came to spread the word to soldiers who camped here, but they were gone by the time I arrived. A shame, for there is much to be gained by contemplating the Cosmic Rhinoceros. Oh, we do in fact get a new thing of boots here, but it doesn't look like it's too powerful compared to what we have. That's actually kind of interesting. The benevolence of the Cosmic Rhinoceros is well established. Some pray for his aid, but such efforts are misguided. For the Cosmic Rhinoceros moves through time and space. By the time one has asked for guidance, he has already provided it, or not. It's beyond my knowing, but I can give you the means to follow him. His light is capturing shards of time true quartz. By flooding the quartz with further radiance, the image of the Cosmic Rhinoceros is displaced. Now you can try it. Alrighty. Oh, there he is. That's pretty neat. Seems like I've gained a new effect at the moment instead of having my super jumping anymore. Seems I've grown thicker and harder, so I'm wondering if that's like for my defense. But it looks like we probably should do the Carnage quest for these guys in any case. I'm assuming they're probably about. Do they have anything worthwhile? No, they don't. They all seem to be just carrying salt. Seems these other guys are just passive and don't have anything to do with the Carnage quest. They actually have some good power to them, because they definitely do a lot of damage to my Razor Beast. I don't know what this new thing is that I've gotten here. But yeah, they definitely hit hard. Let's see how this goes for us.
We must do something about Carr. He's grown too strong, and now poses a threat to our mission.
He is a lazy drunk. Fear him not. How can you and I be parts of the same being? Your pathetic fears sicken me. Your lack of intellect is tiresome, but we are all part of the greater death. Death Koreth. That is our Tenebrian gift. Fear him. Let me crush him. I'll tear his arms from their sockets.
If we kill Carr, a better leader may take his place. Carr will leave us alone if distracted, which is easy enough to arrange.
What do you propose?
We'll stir up his people, feed their dissatisfaction. Carr's fecklessness will do the rest. Leave it to me.
Look, it's that rhinoceros. Again.
So they even saw the rhinoceros there. What was that? Looked like something like big flew by or something. From the shadow, at least. But yeah, I do remember them talking about the Cosmic Rhinoceros, like, back even towards, like, I think it was like Storm Legion or something like that. One of the last zones, I think, had something about it, didn't it? But it seems like it's going to be a major plot point here for the zone, at least, if not the other expansion, who knows. This is an interesting little, like, cavern area, though. I'm assuming this effect doesn't help with my Razor Beast, though. Oh! I didn't realize these little guys actually became, like, aggressive. Thankfully, he's not really doing a lot of damage, so we should be okay. I'll have to watch out for that, though, if these passive ones can become aggressive. So I know I didn't attack it, so... I've had this happen before. Where if you attack a certain enemy, that the passive ones around it become aggressive. But it is neat that apparently the zone has different spots where, like, different effects go off. Okay, I just need to kill one more, which I'm sure is going to be around somewhere. Hearing some sort of noise going on. Oh, yep, here's one right here. Probably can get easily enough. There we go. All finished. Go ahead and just take a look at what goes on here.
Girl, you are a wretched excuse for a balmy. Yet perhaps you will serve my purpose.
Dumb hag thing. There's no food left. Leave Osoker be.
I have no interest in scavenged scraps. But with the power I'll give you, you can hunt your own meat, strewing havoc across the land.
What power? Talk stupid.
With a touch of the cosmic radiance I have consumed from these wilds, you will grow mighty, Usakel. Watch. The pain is brief, but your new strength will make you fearsome. The crops and livestock of Kar's people are yours for the taking.
Osoker feel it. Osoker strong. Osoker hungry.
Well, that should keep King Kar occupied.
Interesting indeed.